Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Dougie. Today, we're going to do something really special. This is a recipe I got from a customer of mine, and it is over 100-year-old. It is a lemon cake pie, and this was brought to me by an older gentleman. He was in his mid-80s when we hooked up, and his last name was Baston Cherry. And if you grew up in North Orange County, Baston Cherry Road, they had a Baston Cherry ranch in the 20s that was huge, like the Irvine Company. And they planted a bunch of citrus, and when the citrus came mature, ready to pick, the Depression hit. They lost everything. Anyway, this gentleman brought me his mother's recipe, which was over 100 years old, like I said, and it was on a cursive writing 3x5 card. And he asked me if I would try it and try to make it. Well, a couple times, and I made it, and he said it tasted just like Mom's. So we're gonna try this today. I've got some homegrown Meyer lemons from my tree. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna give you the recipe for one pie, but in the process, I'm gonna be making 4 pies. So let me give you the ingredients first. We'll get started. First thing is gonna have a cup and a half of sugar, and 3 tablespoons of butter. And so what you want to do with that is get that working to cream. You got to cream this. Creaming this just means to put this all together and put it to the whip and let the butter and the sugar whip up together. That's creaming. So we're going to start that, and when I start that, I will start the other process. The longest process of the whole thing is pulling some zest off of the lemons and juicing the lemons. I'm gonna need quite a bit of lemon juice. So for your one pie, you've got your 3 tablespoons of butter and a cup and a half of sugar. We're gonna cream that, and what we're gonna do is take 2 or 3 large lemons. But these lemons, the difference with Meyer lemons is they come with a lot more juice than your standard store-bought lemon. And the skins are much thinner. So when we pull the zest off of this, you gotta be careful because you don't wanna take the pith. You just want the yellow. So anyway, 2 or 3 lemons. So you want a total of a half a cup of juice. And then we're gonna need a cup and a half of milk for that one pie. So I'm gonna get the sugar creaming, and I'm gonna start getting my juice and my zest ready, and we're gonna need 4 eggs for your pie, 4 eggs. So let me start creaming and zesting and juicing, and I'll get back to you. Okay, we're at the stage now where we had our cup and a quarter or cup and a half of sugar, 3 tablespoons of flour, all done up. Okay, so I'm making 4 pies. That's why there's a lot here. But this is what it looks like when you creamed your sugar and your butter. So we're gonna take this and get it out of here because we've got plans for this whipping machine. We're gonna have to put the egg whites in here. We're gonna have to separate the eggs, and then the egg whites are gonna go in here and whipped up to a meringue. So let me clean up some things and we'll get back to you. Okay, so you're gonna need some eggs for this pie. You're gonna need 3 to 4 eggs. I always go more. More is better. So, but we have to separate them. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna put the whites into the bowl to get whipped, and the yolks are gonna be in this bowl right here because they need to come in different times. My hands are clean, I'm a professional. Here we go. These are some nice eggs too. That's 4. Okay, I've separated the eggs. I have the whites in here and the yolks in here. I'm gonna put this on with the whip and whip this to a stiff meringue where you're gonna have peaks. So it may take about 5 minutes. I'm gonna get it working right now. Okay, I know it's done because it's nice and stiff. I just took it out. This was a dozen of eggs, but you're only doing 3 or 4. But you see, it's like a dense whipped cream. Really nice. Okay, so let's go work on the dry stuff. Okay, so we have the butter and the sugar here. I have my lemon juice, and your lemon juice is 1/2 cup. It's fresh squeezed, so I've got lemon, seeds, a little zest. We'll go with that. Okay. We're going to add our flour. We have, you have 3 to 4 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons of flour. I've got a bit more. Those are nice heaping tablespoons. Now we're going to add the zest that we zested earlier and the egg yolks, all coming together. And we're going to give it a good mix. Incorporate everything. Just mix it up well. I think we're in pretty good shape right there. So here you have this batter, and here's where the magic comes in. And this is science from over 100 years ago. The flour that's in here is going to grab onto the molecules of the egg whites that have been whipped up and grab onto it, and they will separate while baking, and the lemon curd forms on the bottom and the light flaky cake on the top. It's wild. They were doing this a long time ago. See how stiff that is? That's fine. Now we're going to introduce each other. Just folding in, not a heavy whip. We want to incorporate all that white into that batter. Just keep folding. So if you see any of the white mounds on top, just, work at them a little bit to try to dissolve it a little bit. Because you want to incorporate everything into everything so it's all one. And it separates on its own. That's the coolest thing. I think we're just about there. My project got too big. I haven't put the milk in yet and I'm out of room. Had to bring out the big boy. So the milk on your side is 1.5 cups. Okay, we're going in the oven, 350. "20-minute mark, we'll take a peek. Not even close. It's just starting to form on the edge. We'll look at them in 15 more minutes or so. Okay, so we've been about 45 minutes and I think we're ready. My oven runs with hot spot in the right back, but that's okay. We're gonna let these cool. In fact, we're gonna let them cool overnight. And then I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator. And like I said, it's amazing when we cut in that tomorrow. I'll show you the 2 layers that happen, in the oven. And it's the lemon curd on the bottom with the light little cake on top. We'll check it out tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, it's the next morning. The pie is chilled all night in the fridge. This is what we've got. Let's give it a cut and a taste and see where we're at.
No skipping
I hate
there.
taking out the first piece. I hate it.
Ow.
Okay, here's the pie I'm telling you about. Now look, come and get a close look. They got the lemon bottom and then the cake part on the top. It is like the perfect pie. Let's give it a taste and see how it works. Homemade pie, lemon cake pie with Meyer lemons from my yard. Absolutely delicious. That is a great, great pie. Please try this recipe. It's awesome. And I appreciate you guys watching and subscribing to Cooking with Dougie. Peace out.